There we go. Hey folks, this is Vince with Ads Gaming Addiction, and once again we're going to play Tropico 6. Nothing fancy, just a quick gameplay video for you. I'm just going to start off by... Well, I think we'll place a couple of farms just to get things started. I'm playing the Sandbox mode, for those of you that are curious. There's no campaign. I did set the goal to $2 million. That's the victory condition, so if I reach that, I win. Okay, yep, there it is. Have 2 million. Alright, so first things first, let's go ahead and start by setting up some roads, just so we can prep the groundwork for these farms that we're about to put down. Hi Gino, how are you? Okay, let's see what kind of crops are appropriate for this area. Looks like pineapple would be okay over here. I tend to like putting down a cash crop or two right from the start, just to start bringing in some money. So like tobacco is usually my go-to. It's either that or sugar, depending on what kind of land is around me. Like this would make a nice spot. I can always put it sideways like this too. Yeah, you know what? Let's go ahead and put the farm like right here. There we go. Hi Connor, how are you? Hi Fox. And we're gonna want some food to go along with that, so we should probably construct another food plantation. Maybe corn. Corn's usually decent to start with, so we'll just put this right next door here. Now, because we have limited construction people, we have to wait for these to finish before we start a new project. Okay, that was quick. Let's go with a ranch next. That way we can get some cattle. Now, actually, you know, let's take a look and see what kind of we have. It looks like we have cattle already. Okay, so we don't need to put one down. Well, what other kind of things are we going to want? The logging camp is pretty cheap. It'll get rid of some of these trees nearby. We'll get some easy money from that. The environmentalists won't like that too much, but oh well. As far as where to put this sucker. There's our dock down here. We're going to need to connect that if we're to export anything at all. So let's start by getting a road down here. There we go. Pretty sure I did, Gino. Alright, I guess we'll start here. No, you know what? I like to put the logging camps... Like, I like to put my manufacturing buildings near my dock, so that raw materials can come from inside the island, make their way outward, be dropped off manufacturing here, and then create a product that will be easily exported here. So I'd probably want to put this somewhere out this way.
Governor, the people have a request. But for safety reasons, it is a secret request.
Have a pirate cove.
It's nice to have choices, isn't it? Choices like continue as governor or begin a new career in manual labor.
Manual labor. Oh. Alright, so they want a trade route, right? Let's see. Fulfill import trade route. See, it's import, though. I hate import stuff. It wastes a lot of money to do it. So I want to pick the cheapest thing possible to import. Well, there's wool, right? Import wool. It's the only thing I can import from them. I can import cocoa as well, but, like, these choices are terrible. Alright, I'll go ahead and import some wool. Not that it's really going to help me out at all, but it'll fulfill that contract. And then we need a pirate cove. Find a place for this sucker. There we go. Easy peasy.
Well, you did the right thing, which is whatever the Crown says it is. Cream tea?
Alright, so I always extend my mandate when it comes to missions from the Crown. That way I can have the time necessary to get money for the next era. Let's go ahead and check and see what our population looks like. So we've got 60 unemployed people. Well, let's put them to work and start earning some money. I'm thinking maybe a sugar plantation. Actually, this is kind of nice right here. I like this. Yeah. There's some green right there. Let's go ahead and just throw a road right between them. And some basic necessities. Something like tavern. I mean, that's a basic necessity, right? Do we have a tavern already? Let's check. There's a bunkhouse, Teamster's office, country housing. I don't see a tavern. Alright. Circus is obviously... No, I'm kidding. We'll do the tavern, though. People want their entertainment. Public chapel. Yeah, let's do the chapel. And the grocery. People can shop here for money. Or for food, rather. And maybe we'll throw a house or two somewhere in there. Good for now.
Our revolution is as yet only marginally glorious, but with your continued support, Governor, the people will make it shine.
Alright, I'll take the immigrants, no problem. They'll help me overthrow the crown at the end of this era.
It's nice to have choices, isn't it? Choices like continue.
Alright, so he wants me to build a Teamster office. I think I can manage that. It's always a good idea to have multiple ones of these anyway, just so you can transport things around the island. It's good for your infrastructure. I want to sort of put it somewhere else, though. Maybe we'll throw it near these other farms. So what about something like that? Let's see about exporting. Well, we're making rum, so I'm thinking we should just set that as our export thing. Let's go ahead and put that to 900. That'll increase our relations with them. we're also getting a 10% above standard price for the rum. So, actually, not rum. We're doing tobacco. Sugar. Rum is generated from sugar, so we'll do tobacco instead. All right, that's better. Rum is something I usually take anyway. Like, rum is probably one of the most lucrative early game things that you could possibly make. So I try to... It's either that or cigars. If you go the tobacco route, you want to do cigars.
Have a request.
If you go the tobacco route, you want the cigar factory. If you go the sugar route, you'll want the rum. All right, so he wants me to build another tavern, really? The computer's a little random with missions like that. But hey, we'll go ahead and build another tavern. We'll give the people what they want.
Well, you did the right thing. Which...
Viva la revolution! Together, Governor Ju, I, and the people will turn everything around.
Alright, let's go on some raids. I like to raid for either things I need, or educated people, because educated people are good, or I like to do the coffee, corn, gold one, just because gold you can bring it in and then export it for a bunch of money. So either or. I'm gonna go with educated people though. We'll queue up. Yeah, we'll queue up that. We'll queue up some money making. What else do I like? I don't think I need anything, so I'll just queue that up a second time.
Something does not feel quite right, Governor. I have a powerful desire to call you Presidente.
Alright, so there's our rum distillery. We have a sugar plantation, so I'm going to go ahead and put that down right now. Again, that'll bring in a decent amount of money. It's expensive, but once you get it going, it's actually quite good. We might want a second sugar plantation to keep the sugar coming into this factory.
It's nice to have choices, isn't it? Choices like continue...
Fulfill a trade route. Well, we're working on that now, so that's not going to be an issue. We could put a second sugar plantation over here. I try to keep my buildings away from logging factories, but like this is ideal over here because these are where all my farms are located anyway. But as you can see, the area isn't as green as I would like it to be. Like this would be a nice spot, but it also messes with my OCD. I mean, we could always put it up here. Yeah, let's do that. Hello, Canadian Monarch. How are you? Hola. ¿Cómo está? Hi, Ishwa. How are you?
I must say, I'm glad to be still working with you.
Alright, let's do another trade route. Since we're building a rum factory, I'm going to go ahead and start the export on that.
Governor, the people have a request. Before safety...
Produce fish. I can produce fish. Having as many different types of food is good. That'll increase your food quality score. It bothers me. Alright, let's do that. There we go. I don't think he ever gives me the cream, no. It's unfortunate. I never take cream in my tea anyway. I'm usually one of those green tea, plain kind of guys. Hi, Dragon. How are you? My day was alright. I'm a little under the weather, so if I leave early, that's why. Alright, Rum Distillery is up and running. There's our Fisherman's Wharf. Let's see where we stand with unemployment. Okay, so 32 unemployed. That means we can continue to build structures.
Excuse me, Ellsworth. I need a teensy tiny favor.
Export. Oh, we're working on that already anyway. Alright, so what else are we gonna need? Yeah, really. There's grass. I mean, why don't they just eat the grass? I'm sure they'll love it. Who's gonna complain? I'm El Presidente. They're gonna eat grass and like it. Alright, so we are... Since we're getting logs from this logging camp, I'm thinking putting this nearby. This is a lumber mill that'll produce planks, I think, from the logs that we're generating over here. Well, it looks like our rum is flowing right along there. That's good. We'll see a lot of money from this, hopefully. Let's take a look at our goods and prices. Let's go ahead and sort by price. So, actually, the choice to export rum is actually really good, because rum is at the top of the list, above gold even. Now, gold is easy to get. You could just throw a mine down and mine it out, but it's usually a finite resource. Whereas rum would be infinite because sugar is infinite. So, yeah. So I think we want to focus on rum. Maybe diversify into leather and coffee. Gold. I think that, I mean, in previous Tropico games, you could put down a jewelry factory and turn the gold into jewelry and make a lot of money that way. But you can also just export the gold too. Well, I don't rule with an iron fist.
Together.
Like I don't have a firing squad in my Tropico paradise here. I have yet to play this game with an iron fist. Like I don't have a military, I guess, government going on. I like to do the keep people happy and make a lot of money approach. But it would be interesting to try the military approach, just to see martial law and all that jazz. Yeah, wink wink. That's right. The library would be a good idea, just so we can start getting some research points. Where am I going to throw this guy? This thing's... let's see. This is a nice little area up here for tourism. Alright, well, let's throw the... I guess we'll throw it back here behind this farm. I mean, there's nothing going to be back here anyway, right? So...
Corruption is so rife, Governor, that we have to pay a bribe to find out how much to pay in bribes.
Complete the loot raid. Well, we're working on that now. We're working on the coffee, corn, gold I guess we'll just continue with that. I don't know if you can actually do that in this
Viva
game.
la revolución!
That would be interesting, though. If you could, like, bring tourists in to do work for you, and then they'll pay you to do it. They'll be happy to work on, you know, my island. Hey, I'll even give them a complimentary shack if they do it. Screw the fancy hotels. They'll have a nice shack. I mean, look how nice this is. I mean, who needs a shanty when you've got a shack? It's stylish.
Well, you did the right thing, which...
Okay, let's export... I guess we'll export more rum. Well, money is certainly improving. I'm tempted to just build another couple of sugar farms and just focus on rum for a while.
I ask myself, Governor.
Another
do the
tavern! That would be my third tavern. That's the only thing I don't like about this game, is that these random missions are in the sandbox mode. Sometimes they make no sense. Like, she's asked, this is the third tavern now, so people are going to be like royally drunk. Probably for the best. I'm probably going to spread these out. I'm going to go ahead and put the tavern next to the library. People can read and drink and be merry. That's how you learn, right? In college. Good old textbook and a 40 of whatever it is that you prefer.
It's nice to have choices, isn't it? Choices like continue as governor.
Our revolution is as yet only marginally glorious, but...
Okay, so we've got 32 unemployed still. Let's try and diversify our plantations a bit. Different kinds of food to keep the people happy. Pineapple. Pineapple. Well, we can maybe throw some pineapple here. It's not all completely green, but it's green enough for my taste. Maybe we'll throw some housing here at some point. And... what about bananas? I could throw a farm over here for the bananas, but let's see what else. Cocoa? No. Coffee? Coffee's a cash crop, so we're not going to see a whole lot of food from that. But, hey, cash crops are cash crops. We can angle it this way. Yeah, that'll work. Cotton and rubber. Okay. What about the banana? I guess we'll put the banana again. It doesn't have to be 100% on the green. That's good enough. My OCD is somewhat satisfied with that. Yeah, I keep forgetting about the coconuts. The coconuts are a new feature. Not a whole lot of coconut trees around though. There's some back here. Sheep. Wool and milk. Alright, that might be a good idea, actually. Let's go ahead and put that down. Oh, can't put that there, huh? Why not? Spot is already taken. Oh, there's a tavern. Okay, that'll work. And I'll put some housing maybe right here. Something like that. Hi, Paul. How are you?
The people of Tropico love you almost as much as I do, Governor.
Well, that was quick.
We have such exquisite taste.
Alright, so I'm not ready to
Governor, the
move
people
on yet.
have a request. Before safety
Another
reasons, it is a
tavern?
secret
Are you
request.
kidding me? I'll accept it, but I'm not going to do it. Let's just... I mean, well, here's what I'll do. I'll build the tavern, take the money, then demolish it. Right?
Well, you did the right thing.
I'm okay, thanks, Paul. I could relocate the shacks, and by relocate I mean demolish them. What would probably be better, though, is if I put some country housing here. So 1, 2... something like that. And then there's a shack here. I could probably put decorations there just to fill the spot. There we go. Yep, bunkhouses definitely fit more. The downside is that I could have sworn that the country house grows its own food, but I could be wrong about... No, I'm thinking of Tropico 5. I believe the country house in Tropico 5, they build their own, or they grow their own food. I bet you the quality is better on these country houses. Oh no, there's a farm here. Maybe I'm right. Well, it's hard to tell. There's a farm here, but whether or not they actually grow actual food, I couldn't tell you.
Excuse me, old sport. I need a teensy tiny...
Arrest revolution. Okay, so I'm going to accept this, but I'm not going to do it. So I've got about 7 years to get enough money to just move on to the next era comfortably. Alright, we've got 6 unemployed, actually. So we're good. So we just need to focus on housing for a little bit. That'll increase our approval rating. Yeah, I don't want to put the bunkhouses near the palace. So let's just I'll put one there. I kind of miss that, the ability to have country houses grow their own food. I kind of enjoyed that. I had a ton of country houses. I wouldn't even upgrade to apartments because of that. It was kind of nice. Another thing sometimes I forget is that the different houses have different wealth required ratings. So as many country houses as I actually put down, not all of them are going to be able to move in because the wealth required is well off, unless I lower the budget. Lowering the budget, I believe, also lowers that requirement, but it's easier just to build bunkhouses. Oh, thanks, White. I know you're never here. 17 months, holy cow. Thank you, sir. Couldn't ask for a better brother, folks. Just saying. I don't know what that GIF is. Okay. It's just some guy with a heart. I don't know who that is. Looks like Antonio Banderas, but again, it's a very small GIF. Alright, let's go ahead and research. Just start queuing stuff up here. Sometimes having 2 libraries is worth it. I just so you can... Because with one library, you're not going to be able to get a whole lot of research points. You'll move on to the next era before you even research anything. So I think maybe 2 or 3 libraries might be in order here. I mean, I'm making tons of money anyway. So I guess we'll go ahead and do that. We'll just throw that here. I love the Tropico music. I wish I could play the copyrighted stuff. I still think my favorite soundtrack, though, is... it's either Tropico 3 or Tropico 4. And Tropico 2, the pirate-themed Tropico, excellent pirate-themed soundtrack. It was so good. You can find it on YouTube if you're curious. Alright, population. Okay, so we've got 17 vacant jobs now. So at this point, we need to slow down and not build any buildings that require jobs and let people come in. At some point, whenever I move on to the next era, we'll be able to build... there's a building that allows us to... I think it's the immigration office that allows us to bring in more... Yeah, here it is. Can be built in the World Wars. Okay. So let's just get up a bunch of money here. We've got 5 more years before the Crown invades us. But we have enough money to buy them out right now. But again, I don't like to rush timers. I don't like to... As soon as I have the money to do it, I don't like to trigger that. I like to give myself a little bit of a comfort zone. Or, you know, a comfort level so that when I move on to the next era, I'll have that extra money. And if any emergencies come up or if I need something right away, I'll have the money to do it. So there's no harm in waiting to complete timers. In fact, during the campaign, that's something that you should probably do. Like if there's a bunch of timers on one campaign level, don't rush through them and complete them as quickly as possible. Wait to the last possible second. That way you're generating money to handle other issues as they come up. Let's go with Rescue Educated. This will bring in... Actually, I'm going to go ahead and do that. More educated people. Some of these buildings require high school and college workers. And again, a lot of you probably know that already if you're watching this. But for those of you that don't know Tropico at all, there's uneducated people, there's educated people. And among the educated, there's high school and college. So... Some buildings require uneducated workers, some buildings require high school, some buildings require college, so you have to either build a high school and college to train them, or you can use the Pirate Cove to rescue them. Rescue, quote-unquote. You can also pay outright. If you click on a building and click on an empty worker slot, you can hire a foreign worker. Uneducated workers are cheap, whereas educated workers are expensive, and they get more expensive the more you hire. We're up to 64,000, that's good. Well, our shack count went down. It's always a good sign. Alright, let's go ahead and build maybe a couple more bunkhouses for our poor people. And it's a good idea to separate these out too, because workers like to live next to their jobs if at all possible. They don't like to travel. They're not going to go, just like in real life, if someone works at this farm, they are not going to live in a house all the way over to here if they can help it. Like, look, the logging camp shacks are popping up here. That means people that work here are just choosing to just live in these crappy shacks. I'm going to go ahead and put a bunkhouse down there. That should accommodate them. Me gusta. I like. I know a little bit of Spanish. I wish I had, like, subtitles or something so I can try to translate. Nope. Okay, what do we need here? Logs. Okay. So what we may want to do, we may want to have a second one of these logging camps. Just so that we're always bringing in enough logs to fill this lumber mill. And then whatever is extra will be exported. So we may want a second one of those. But again, our unemployment is 0. And our vacant jobs are 5. So bringing in more jobs right now, probably not the best idea. Hey, is that a... Oh, cool. It's a little Mayan thing going on here. We can build something over this to encourage tourism and the like at some point in the future. And in previous Tropico games, you could just click on it and then choose, like, open to tourism or create as entertainment, something. Like, you could choose what you want to do with it. Here, you actually have to put a building over top of it. Very minute changes, but... Some part of the game is missing. Let me take a look. Oh, you're right. Let me fix that. Sorry. Yeah, that's... I hate OBS. Alright, stretch. Okay, so I'm going to have to shrink this screen. Sorry, I'm in OBS at the moment. Game capture. Pain in the butt. There we go. Alright. Hopefully that worked. I've got a game capture overlay, a window capture overlay, a display capture overlay, and I thought everything was okay, but I guess I missed something. The wonders of technology. Yeah, sorry about that, folks. Hopefully you didn't miss too much. Oh, thanks for letting me know, Moot. I would not have known otherwise. I can only wonder what this stream looked like prior. I hope it wasn't too bad looking. Let me rewind. It's not too bad. I mean... Yeah, you can still see what I'm doing, but you're missing part of the screen, so... Yeah, I'll just make a note. Hello, Pi. How are you? We've got 1 year before we... Okay, so I think it's about that time to finish this era. So I'm going to go ahead and just move on to the next one. We'll declare independence. I don't have any military, so declaring war is not a good idea. So we'll just spend our 15,000, pay off the crown. Too many citizens are living in shacks. Fine.
Excellent. I knew you had a good head on your shoulders, and would want to keep it there.
My heart swells with joy as I greet my fearless leader for the first time as El Presidente.
Okay, so now we can set some policies. All citizens vote, wealthy citizens vote, open ballot elections. I guess all citizens vote is fine. Do we want a pacifist state, militia, or professional soldiers? If we do professional, soldiers are required to have at least high school education, but their damage will increase by 10%, and military standing is increased by 10. Yeah, just regular militia is fine, I think. Confirm. Alright, let's see what buildings we've unlocked. Clinic, that's a no-brainer there. People will die of old age if you don't, and sickness if you don't do something about that. So it's a good idea to have a couple of these babies floating around. I'm gonna put like one over here, one over here. We do have a chapel.
The voice of Tropico, because El Presidente loves you all.
Yeah, okay. I do have a chapel, but it's probably filled with people. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We've got an island of 182 people, and only 8 people can visit the chapel at one time. Yeah, they need a church. So I'm going to go ahead and unlock that sucker. This is why I save up money for the next era, because we have to unlock these buildings via blueprints and everything else. So we'll throw that, guess we'll throw that back here. Anything that doesn't have to border a road, I try not to border. That way I can save room for other things that do require a road connection. And what else do we want? Nothing military-wise yet. The immigration office would be nice, just to bring in more people. That's another... It's 6,000, though. 2,000 unlocked, another 4,000 to put down. Maybe I'll wait. Media... Entertainment. I think... Looks like we're okay. Yeah, we'll leave it like... Let's see what the damage is after we build these. We'll need doctors and priests or whatever to run the church, so... Yeah, vacant jobs 14, so... I think what I will do... I can use the... Instead of building the immigration office and wasting $6,000... I can do the rescue... I can do rescue many and bring in a ton of people that way. Alright, who are we trading with? Whoever will take my rum, I guess. Well, we'll export fish, because we are making fish, so we'll sign that contract. And... cotton, cheese, tobacco? I know that I'm making tobacco, so we'll export that. Planks. I know we're making planks. I guess we'll go ahead and sign a contract for both sides here. It's important to keep both of these factions happy. If either one gets mad at you, the US or the USSR, they will invade you and game over. So, we'll want an embassy for both here pretty soon. There is like a praise faction option that you can enact every now and again to keep them happy. If I can find it among all of these buttons. The customs office is good. There's the embassy. Okay, so it's 7,500. Ugh. Fine. If I don't build these, it's game over, so I gotta keep these guys happy. Where am I gonna put them? Guess we'll put them out here somewhere. You prefer vacancy to unemployment?
Peace must be earned through superior firepower. You can't pray for national security. You have to take it from the barrel of a gun. As long as you...
I'd rather get the Teamsters office here. Out of the two structures, the Teamsters office is definitely the most important building in the game. Without Teamster offices, you cannot get product to your docks. So having these guys definitely important. We'll throw that there. Well, see, I'm kind of the opposite. Like
Flying cars the future? Only if Tropico can win the war. So remember, if you want flying cars, be vigilant and buy war bonds.
Vacant jobs means that there's buildings that aren't being worked to their fullest capacity, and the maintenance cost associated with that is kind of wasted. Because the building will require money to run, and if you're not making that up with profit from that building because you don't have enough people, you know what I mean? So, like, imagine a cigar factory only half filled with workers because you don't have enough. So, there's that maintenance cost associated with that factory, but you only have half the people there to generate revenue for you. So, you're going to be losing money in that. So, I kind of prefer to have unemployed as opposed to vacant. That's just me. But I can understand both sides of the argument.
Quick, Presidente! We must choose a side in this terrible war before it ends.
Healthcare is low. I just built those clinics. You'd think they'd be happy about that. Alright, so we just completed the export planks. What I like to do here is I want to make sure I've got equal number of exports to both parties, the Allies and the Axis powers. You don't want to... exporting to one usually makes the other one mad by a smaller amount, so having exports going to both will keep them both happy and negate those negatives. So I need to get a second allied one here. Question is what? Coconut, corn, gold, nickel, pineapple, and sugar. I guess sugar. Now, see, we're using sugar to create rum. Alright, let's do pineapple. I'm pretty sure I have pineapple somewhere. If I don't, I'll make one. Tobacco, sugar. There we go, pineapple. Now, some people will consume the pineapple, but any leftovers will go to the dock and export that way.
The best defense is a good offense, Presidente.
All right.
But as yet,
Definitely take the standing on the factions anytime you can, in my opinion. Money is pretty easy to come by if you know what you're doing, whereas faction reputation is a bit harder, so... Might want some houses down this way. Holy cow. Okay. I guess more bunkhouses. We'll put a bunkhouse there. And maybe a bunkhouse there. And a bunkhouse over here. Alright, research. Let's go with library. Now we're on to the World Wars, so I guess we'll just go across the board.
Oh, Presidente, your political maneuverings are the stuff of legend. Excuse me while I take some notes.
Okay. Okay, so now we've got 11 unemployed again. So let's see what kind of factory we can make to bring in even more money. First things first, let's check our prices. So, boats are 32,000 to export. Weapons followed at 15,000. Cigars. Cigars, we've got the tobacco already. So I'm tempted just to build the cigar factory and just piggyback off of that. Cigars looks like is more money than the rum that we're exporting right now. So I think that's the next step up is cigars. I would like to do boats at some point. We already have the lumber mill thing going. We've got the logs, we've got the planks, and now we need to make the boats. So that's going to be another step that we're going to need to make at some point. But the cigar is easy fix. Let's go ahead and get a cigar factory going. I'm not sure I understand, Ishwa. What do you mean? Okay, so we just exported our plank contract to the Axis powers. Let's see what the Axis wants. Logs, we're turning that into planks. Tobacco, we're turning that into cigars here pretty soon. Boats. I could queue up boats and then try and figure out what I need to make it. Luxury goods. You know, let's see real quick what that all entails. I don't want to agree to it and then not be able to deliver. Shipyard processes planks to produce boats. Okay, well, we've got the planks, so why don't we accept that contract? Sure. And we'll go ahead and buy a shipyard. I guess it needs to be in water. Yep.
A listener wrote asking, how can I help El Presidente win the war? The palace replies, vote El Presidente in the next election.
Yeah, the buildings have a maintenance cost, or at least they did in previous
Reinforce
Tropico
your armies,
games.
Presidente. We have enemies to our right, insurgents on our left, demons below, and pterodactyls above. Who knows what's hurtling through the fourth dimension to attack us right now?
Guess I'll just build a theater. We need entertainment anyway. I'll see if I can find an example. So the budget, for example. Alright. So the rum distillery has a budget of 80 bucks. If I only have 2 workers in here because I don't have enough people, they're not going to produce rum as quickly. So my building will operate at 80 bucks per, I guess, month, whatever that is. But I'm not going to be producing as much to offset that budget. In prior Tropico games, it was a lot more detailed than this. But ever since Tropico 5, they've streamlined it a bit. I actually don't like it because I'm used to it. I'm used to the old setting the exact dollar amount that you want for rent or what have you. But it is fun. If you're not sure if you want to take the plunge in buying this, Tropico 4 and 5 are older, but they are roughly the same with some minute differences, and you can usually find them for cheaper. Tropico 4 especially, because Tropico 4 is older even. So I would say start with Tropico 4 if you've never played any of them, and see if you like it. And then if you do, try Tropico 5, because Tropico 5 and 6 are... Tropico 6 is more like Tropico 5. But again, it's up to you. Wait, am I... Yeah. Forgot which Tropico I was playing there
I
for a
don't
minute.
know about you, Presidente, but I woke up today with an urge to make some money.
Build a prison. Well then. I'd love to build a prison if I could find it. There it is. Wow, that's a lot of money. Okay. They always want me to... It's always expensive. What do I get for it? I get 5,000 or capitalist standing. Oh man, that stinks.
Everyone has friends, right, Prez? And it's right to help friends, right?
Produce cocoa. Yeah, I'll accept that. I'll need some cocoa anyway at some point. Alright, out of all of this mess, I can probably put this over here or up here. I'm gonna go ahead and put this up here. I think tourism is gonna be somewhere back here, assuming I even get into it. Hi, Mindalot, how are you?
Our comrades rejoice in your support, Presidente. And of course, we all rejoice equally.
Yeah, Yeah, I generally like to build a lot of Teamsters. I try to build like one for every 4 or 5 buildings that I have, but even then I still need more than that. Like I've got one here, I've got one here, and I've got one here. And it seems to be okay. Usually there's a little icon that pops up above a building telling me that it's full or whatever. And I haven't seen that yet. Population's now at 19. That's good. Unemployed. That's what we want to see. I want to see some unemployed in there. Let's go with... Wouldn't mind rescuing some more educated people because I don't have any high schools or colleges right now. Again, rescue. Ooh, I'm sorry, Mind-a-Lot. Jeez.
Airplanes have revolutionized warfare, yet Tropico still has no air force. An official palace statement says, learn to fly one, then we will get planes.
It stinks that there are people out in the world that will do that. That will try and scam you out of your money by doing stuff like that. I mean, that's just... It's a sad world that we live in that people have to do that. Or choose to do that, I should say. Okay, so for those of you following along, I built another tobacco farm because it doesn't look like we're bringing in enough tobacco for the cigar factory. So I built another farm in the hopes of bringing in more tobacco, generating more of it. Okay, so we completed an allied trade route, so we need another one. We've got two Axis and 1 allied. So what kind of allied ones do we want? Leather, meat, milk, oil, sugar. Let's go with the meat. Actually, yeah, we'll do meat. Pretty sure we're exporting that. Because we do have a ranch. Let's see how these boats are doing. Okay, oh yeah, look at all the planks. Yeah, in planks, 2291. So we're going to be outputting boats here shortly. I think between the boats and the tobacco and the rum, I think our finances will be good for quite a while. It wouldn't hurt to have a second boat factory. A second shipyard.
They call me the broker. Do any of these offers look good to you?
No. That's one thing I do like about Tropico 6. In previous Tropico games, Swiss money, the Swiss bank account money that you had, was solely for your endgame score. The more of it you had, the extra bonus score that you got. In Tropico 6, you actually use it to purchase things that you might need. It's quite cool. Alright, we just rescued more people. There's 26 unemployed. I'm actually gonna spring for another shipyard. Just because you can get a lot of money from that. Have I tried using buses? No. In previous Tropico games,
The voice of Tropico reminds all
every time I
citizens to be
talk,
vigilant, eat
penultimo.
sparingly, and buy water.
All done? Wonderful. What's done is done. After all, no refunds.
Yeah, in previous Tropico games, there was the parking garage, and I just put that as many places as I felt were appropriate. I've never actually tried the buses in this version. Alright, so we need another access trade route. Let's go with cigars. Yes.
Now, I don't want to alarm you, but I'm going to need a rather prompt decision on these offers.
No, I usually save my Swiss money in this game for military or just standing in general or keeping people happy. That's what I usually use it for. Rather than complete their stupid requests, like the prison, for example. It's going to cost me like a good $15,000 to set up. Just to make them happy by +5.
You're looking magnificent today, Presidente.
Complete the loot raid. Well, I can do that. Holy cow. Absolutely. We'll just open raid. We'll do the... Again, the coffee, corn, and gold ought to do it. And then we'll rescue some more educated people. Upgrade 7,500 increases efficiency by 20%, increases job quality by 10. Tempting. If I had more money, I would probably do it. I'm still low on stock. How are we doing up here? Making quite a bit.
The citizens are demanding elections, Presidente. It seems that they want a choice in how they are ruled. So selfish.
Yeah. I don't know if it's an issue with the game or if it's a pathing issue or what. But I know what you mean. Like half the time when I click on a building, there's always a shadow, meaning that they're not at work. They've got a job there, but they're not working at that point in time. Like, look, 2 out of 6 people are working right now. What are you doing?
Just squeeze past, please.
On the way to the bunkhouse. So maybe it's the transportation issue. Maybe I'm not putting my houses close enough to my work sites. That could be a reason. I don't know. I never really messed with transportation in Tropico 6, but maybe I should start. Parking deck. Rich citizens and all tourists. See, no. Bus garage. Comes with 2 bus stops. Buses will transport passengers between both stops. Emits little pollution. I want to try it. I never used it. I'm just curious to see what it looks like. Put one there. And maybe one centralized, like here. On opposite ends of town. Ticket to Ride. My favorite board game. Well, one of my favorite board games. Place starting bus stop. I guess there. And ending bus stop. I guess I could have put the bus stops anywhere, honestly. I mean, I could have put the bus stations anywhere. I don't think it mattered that I centralized it like I did. Well, if I'm going to put one there, I should probably put the other stop somewhere up here. I could probably demolish this. Let's do that.
Tropicans for military action.
I'd rather put something a little bit more central there. Maybe the parking garage would be better there.
Donate your unwanted bullets to keep our brave soldiers firing.
There we go. Well, see, that's the thing with my design. I put residential near all of my workplaces. Like, I don't have... It's not like SimCity, where I've got residential over here and industrial over here and commercial over here. I mix and match all of them in Tropico. Basically, wherever I see a shack, I put a house. That's usually what I do, and it seems to work okay. But I am curious to see...
I'm so glad I made this deal with you, Presidente.
What's wrong with you? No road connection? What do you mean no road connection? You've got a road connection. It's right there. It's literally right there. What are you talking about? Ugh. Alright, let's demolish and try again. I guess it couldn't be right next door. It had to be, I guess... Oh, is there something? Oh, okay. Yes, that's... Oh, okay, so... Oh, because of the bus... There's an existing bus stop there. That's why. Alright, I'll do this then. I'll face it in that direction. Yeah, the bus stop I put down for that other place is here. I see. I see. I got it. Yeah, like, I've got two shacks here. I'm just gonna throw down, a mix of different residential, like country houses and bunk houses. I've got bunk houses here already, so I'm going to throw down a couple of these. Alright, allies, export, job done. What else? Boats! Might as well. We're making a lot of boats. Roads are picky. Yeah, Sounder. That was my mistake, though. I had a bus stop here. I completely forgot I placed it. So, the entrance to the garage was... There was a bus stop in front of it. Which, in real life, you know, the rich people running over the poor. Typical.
Presidente. I myself intend to vote for you many, many times.
Forgot about my edicts. Let's see. There we go. Child allowances. Interesting. Free housing. Employee of the month. No free lunch. We'll hate that. Yeah, I miss my Mardi Gras, and I miss my Social Security. That was one of the first things I did on these edicts. Housing is still an issue. Job is still an issue. Liberty, crime, safety. Healthcare is up to 47. I'm going to throw down some extra things just to try and boost my popularity. The cabaret is usually a good choice for that. The cabaret is a decent score. And it doesn't need road connections, so I can throw that somewhere over here.
Rockets, the newest threat raining death from the skies. The palace assures all its citizens that no country thinks Tropico is worth sending rockets against.
Yeah.
Election is a landslide, President.
You're right, Mind a lot. Usually it's because I check to see if they're employed at all. A lot of people that live, if the shacks keep appearing even though I demolish them, it's because in most cases, 99% of the time, the person living there is unemployed and can't afford to live in any other housing. So, yeah. Theocracy, freedom of religion, atheist state. Disables religious buildings. I'll just do freedom of religion. Default. Labor policy. Happy childhood is fine.
The results are in, and it's a decisive victory for El Presidente, our beloved and inescapable Commander-in-Chief.
Alright, Cabaret is up and running. Let's, I think another church and another clinic might be in order, just to keep people happy and stuffs. We'll centralize it maybe here. And do we want anything else at this point? Usually, some kind of media boosts popularity. Newspaper, for example, is an easy way to do it. Increases liberty nearby. Yeah, look at that. I think we could use a little bit of liberty right now. Although the radio station is nice, but requires power. Alright, let's go ahead and use the... Let's go ahead and do this. We'll throw that... Actually, let's throw it behind... The President, El Presidente can go out back... Edit the newspaper as he sees fit. Make sure that the propaganda is the way he likes it. Looks like we might need some more educated workers. We'll go ahead and rescue some. Wow, really? No stock for sugar or... Interesting. Looks like I might need a couple more Teamster offices. Yeah, looks like we're starting to get backed up a little bit here. 152. Okay, we're good. Yeah, it's like the Teamsters aren't as efficient as they were in previous games. They seemed... I think it's because of the whole... they have to be working in order for... Like, they have to be... The workers have to physically be in the building and work in order to move stuff around. Whereas in previous Tropico games... So as long as they were staffed at that building, they would work it.
An official announcement from the palace declares that we are definitely winning the war. Keep listening to find out which side we are currently on.
Jeez. Housing is still an issue. I guess it would make sense. What kind of housing can I make? Well, I can move up from the country houses and the bunk houses to other things. The apartments are good. I like the apartments. We'll start with, yeah, we'll go with those. And I think it's either they get a bonus when they're next to roads or when they're next to each other. I don't remember which. If I click on them, they should tell me. Maybe, again, maybe I'm thinking of a different Tropico, but I do remember that apartments, I guess, in a previous Tropico game got a bonus when they were next to each other or next to a road, one of the two. If you click on housing, there's a lot here. I'm just saying, there's a lot of stuff here. I don't know where the hell, I don't know what the housing menu you're talking about. Households, residential buildings with vacant homes, country house, bunkhouse, homeless families, 21. Okay, so yeah, there's still a lot of homeless people. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and put a couple of apartments around just different areas. That should hopefully take care of that problem. So one apartment there. Maybe an apartment back here. Oh yeah, look at all this back here. Maybe, yeah, apartment there. And an apartment like right there. Alright. See how that goes. Well, diplomacy's looking okay. I'm going to go ahead and praise both factions real quick. There we go.
Do any of these offers look good to you? They're all strictly legitimate.
No. They do not.
If I may have your attention, Presidente?
Don't you just love watching the boats leave harbor, Presidente?
Now, all of our planks, I believe, are going into making these boats, but if we have any excess planks, they'll be exported. If not, we'll abandon that quest and choose a different one. Alright, I think I'm going to build a couple more Teamster offices, just because things aren't getting out as quickly as I'd like. So one up there and one, yeah, back here. Okay. So far, so good. The rest of our island, we haven't really explored it yet, but it's nice and flat the way I like it. Uh-oh, fire is raging. I don't have a fire station. Okay, I need one of those pronto. Now they will service areas outside, so I'll just throw this, I'll throw this here. And I'm gonna go ahead and quick build it. Oh, our library is on fire.
U-boats versus submarines. Canal Uno investigates the underwater menace. Later, Atlantis fish people, the real underwater menace.
Alright, we've got 2 people on the way. Alright, we need another allied trade route. Let's go with... I guess meat. Well, actually hides. We're exporting hides and we're not doing anything with it. Sure. Well, no one's at this apartment over here? Really? Wow. wealth broke. Oh, because they're unemployed. Okay. We'll have to give them some jobs. Alright, raids. Let's go with... We'll either get 10,000, 5,000 raid... $10,000, 5,000 raid points, or blueprint. I'm just gonna import, I think... More, oh yeah, coffee, corn, gold. Nice little trifecta there. And you know what? I'm actually gonna queue up tobacco and sugar as well, just so that they can help supplement these buildings over here, because they seem to be out on a regular basis. I wouldn't be so worried, though, because there's still an out here. So there's still some product waiting to go out the door. But still. Okay, there we go. Thoughts on any games with a bit of crafting in it? Oh my, that's a loaded question. Have you played any of the Caesar series? That's an old series. Caesar 4 is the one I like. I don't know if it'll still work on a Windows 10 machine. That's the only downside. Oh, crap. Some mobile games that I'm playing right now is Farmville 2, but that might be too kiddie for you. I'm actually looking to see what my library has here to answer your question, but let's go back to this. Okay, so Axis, just take one real quick. Cigars, yeah, that'll work. Have you tried oxygen not included? Mind a lot? That would keep you
Loose
dizzy.
lips might sink ships, so tighten your lips with a Tropican-made spanner. You won't regret it.
There's Cuba Factorium, there's Factory Town. There's Rise of Industry. Factorio. I just did a review on Factorio, and it is absolutely fantastic. Forager isn't bad, but it's mobile-like. You may not like it. RimWorld is fun. Yeah, Rise of Industry is pretty good. I mean, it's not as in-depth as other games. Like Industry Giant 2, back in the day, was quite involved. But that was mainly because the UI sucked. Like, it didn't really give you a whole lot of explanation as to what you needed to do. Rise of Industry is a bit more streamlined, but it's still got some resource chaining in it. A lot of logistics. Alright, 54 unemployed, holy cow. Alright, we need to do something with these people. They're gonna get mad at me. Let's go with... Well, let's take a look at our export prices again. Boats and weapons and rum and gold and oil. Steel, cheese... Yeah, I see. I'd rather focus on things that'll make me money, like the boats. Unless there's... And I don't think I can build offices yet. The customs office increases export prices. I'm tempted just to build that to have... I mean, that pays for itself over time. So I'll just throw that back here, maybe. High school and college. I should probably... Oh, the bank is a good one for generating interest. But let's get our high school and college if we have access to it. I keep forgetting about that. I mean, I keep rescuing them, quote unquote, but... Okay, so there's the high school. You know, we're going to throw that down nice and out of the way. Maybe up here. And then our college. Throw that there. Yeah, Minecraft doesn't have a whole lot of resource chaining in it. As far as, I mean, there's some, but not a whole lot. Not as Factorio, like, out of everything, Factorio is the go-to, in my opinion. Like, if you're looking for crafting and resource chaining, Factorio will keep you busy for months, like, years. It's so highly involved, but it's so fun. That's what I would recommend. Have you tried games like Big Pharma? Where you've got conveyor belts and you're producing medicine and stuffs? Hides. Okay, so we need another allied trade route. I guess rum. Oh, okay, cool. I hope you're not easily intimidated because Factorio can be overwhelming to first-time players, but if you know me, which you probably do, you know that I don't do well with overly complicated games. Factorio is a challenge, but I'm so glad I stuck with it. It is the exception to my general rule when it comes to playing games. I like to play casual games that are easy to play. Tropico is another exception to the rule, but I'd prefer to play easy games so I can unwind with. Factorio, Oxygen not included, Tropico, those are all exceptions, just because of how they just suck you in and they never let go. Yeah, I recently reviewed Factorio if you're interested in seeing the video. It's on my YouTube channel. I think it's a couple of days old. Honestly, I never use cheat sheets for Factorio. I probably should, but I don't use them. Like, people have Factorio down to a science. Like, I need exactly 3 of this building to produce enough for 2 of these buildings, and then I need exactly 5 of these buildings, and I need my conveyor belts to be in line here, and then go here. People have it all figured out. No, not me, I don't. And I still got to the end game. I still launched the rocket, and I had a fun time doing it. My system was not at all efficient, probably, but it still worked. Craft the World? Yes. I've covered Craft the World several times. It's also it's a very grindy game. Tell your dwarves to go dig stuff, they'll go dig it, but it takes them a while to do it. But I do enjoy it from time to time. It's a nice little time sink.
The citizens are demanding elections.
Have I tried Dig or Die? Yes. That's a very Terraria-like game. It's casual. Yeah, Dig or Die. I've covered that a number of times, Moot, and again, it's very similar to Terraria. It's more of like a casual Terraria. The thing that always gets me, though, is that stupid bridge you have to build. Like, on one side of the map, in order to get to the next level of tech, you have to build this stupid bridge, get over it, and then get the resources on the other side. Getting that bridge built is always a pain. Homeless, 68 people. Ugh. Looks like I might need some more bunkhouses. But bunkhouses don't really... Everyone, see, yeah, they need to be apartment... The apartment and house are for better or well off. And, yeah, I need more bunkhouses. Fine. Alright, so where do we see... Okay, so there's some over here. Again, I like to put bunkhouses down in places where I see shacks. I can put one behind there. There's some there. There's one there. There's a number over here. How to stop new immigrants? I thought the unemployment office, or I'm sorry, the immigration office had an option that said Tropico only. In fact, let's go ahead and build one and find out. I'm pretty sure that's how you did it in prior Tropico games, but I don't know if it's the same with this one. All right, no road is required, so I'm just going to plop that right there.
Remember, Tropico could be invaded at any time. Keep your survival kit on hand. In the event of panic, breathe into the paper bag.
I like the idea of Ark Survival Evolved. I like the idea of, like, trying to coexist with dinosaurs that are trying to kill you. But I thought the execution was a little lacking. And it was a grind fest. I actually had to adjust a lot of the starting server options because it was just too much. It was just too grindy. Like, I had I upped the resource collection to ×3. I upped the player health and all that higher. Like, trying to survive in that game is almost... It's very difficult if you're playing by yourself. Well, we'll find out in a minute. Mind a lot, I'm going to build this immigration office and we'll find out. I have one... Alright, I'm going to build a second construction office. I've got a lot of people anyway, might as well. One construction office. You know, I'll put it over here somewhere. And I'm going to rush job that. For 1,000, I can afford it.
Citizens of Tropic. The election is a landslide, Presidente. The metaphorical kind, not the kind that accidentally reduces the size of the workforce.
Alright, tobacco. Oh, there's plenty over here. Guess we'll do something like this.
After El Presidente's landslide victory, an official statement reveals that the opposition is retiring and might not be seen for a while.
Alright, raids. Again, I'm thinking let's keep bringing in the sugar and the tobacco. Just to keep those 2 moneymakers going. Help supplement what our farms are making. Yeah, Ark is again. It's a slog.
Would any of these be of interest to you? It's all...
I'm going to abandon this. All of our planks, we haven't exported a single plank, and that's because all of it's going to those boats, so I'm going to abandon that. Okay, immigration office. Okay, so here's an answer. In Tropico 6, it doesn't completely stop immigration, but Tropico First decreases the immigration rate by 80% on base efficiency. And I'm guessing if you were to up your budget, it might improve that. I'm not sure. So that's one way to stop them from coming in. The other option is to set in the options menu, you can set your population limit. Can you change pop limit mid-game? Let me find out. Options... It looks like it. I'm able to adjust it. Whether or not it actually takes effect is a different story. But yeah, this slider here is not grayed out or anything, so I can mess with it. What do I consider to be a tall person? Anyone larger than me, and that's not difficult. I'm 5'6". I'm not 5'4" yet. The older I get, the more I'm going to shrink. That's just the Italian curse. Assuming I reach 60, I'll be like Danny DeVito height. No, I'm 5'6". Definitely 5'6".
Nice weather.
If I bribe the faction leader, I gotta wonder... Oh, I think I just bribed him. If I bribe each one of these guys... okay. Looks like I can only bribe one at a time. But I bet if I bribe the faction leaders, I can get more of a population standing. Get more support. Well, yeah, I'm short. I'm fairly short.
A few opportunities came up. Nothing illegal, Well, nothing that can be proven to...
Yeah, they'll love that. Doing hits on people in this game will reduce your popularity by a fixed percentage, I think. Hey, you're more than welcome to do it if you want. I'm just saying, may not be the best idea to keep people happy. Not ready unless you're ready to enact martial law or something. Clinic. I think it's time for the bank. We'll start generating some interest.
It has been confirmed that our beloved military mascot, Capitan Tropico, will be appearing at the Tropico Service Organization Gala. Morale ahoy!
I guess so, Nev? I don't know. I can't confirm nor deny that. Getting low on planks, I see. How are we doing on a lumber mill? Oh, we've got plenty of logs. Oh, there we go.
Voila!
Hola! Doesn't look like I improved my standing with that bribe. Oh well. Okay, let's go ahead and get a police station just to help crime. Go ahead and throw that down. It's another thing we'll have to address at some point. Let's go with boats. 6'3" is pretty tallish, Wa. That's... To me, that's tall.
Would any of these be of interest to you?
It's all...
Well, I can improve the fun, maybe. Housing is still going to be an issue. At least until the next era. I could do the Opera House. Actually, the circus. The circus holds a lot of people. And, yeah, let's go and do the circus. Centralize that bad boy. It holds a lot of people and satisfies for a decent amount.
Don't you just love watching
Export
the boats leave
steel.
harbor, Presidente?
I'm not even making steel. No, forget that. I don't need steel. Steel eventually I think will be needed for vehicles, but we're not there yet. Yeah, I like to do the roads first just so I know what space I have, and then from there. That's just me though. Yeah, I know the speeches help with that. In past Tropico games, they just slowed me down. Like, I didn't want to have to deal with the dialogue options, so I'm like, you know what, let's just skip past it. Oh yeah, look at all these people. Service quality 45. We might want a second circus. Alright, let's put another one. Yeah, up here. I might be Ishwa. I'm not sure. I mean, I'm not feeling well, so we'll see. I'd like to be here, so yeah, feel free. And then if I don't see you, then try and have a good night.
Issued a new world map today, revealing that the Allies and the Axis both lost ground, while Tropico has annexed Greenland and Antarctica.
Alright, relations with both powers are greater than 100, so we're fine there.
So good to see you.
I'm gonna try that bribe action. I just want to see if my religious standing goes up. I'm just really curious. We're at 47 right now.
Let me be.
Oh, thanks, Ishwa. Alright, now let's check our approval. Okay, so the religious standing is now 50. So it looks like bribing did improve our standing. I might just keep bribing. Alright, let's raid for... tobacco, sugar, fine. Alright, population's 29 unemployed at the moment. So I think we could afford another couple of production buildings of some sort.
Making stuff is good.
Shellfish. I can do that, right? Yep. 0 out of 512. Well, if I don't see this go up, then we'll figure out something else. So it looks like we're not producing planks fast enough for these boats. I mean, money's not really an issue right now, so I'm not exactly that worried about it. Same thing with the rum. I might need a third sugar farm. Alright, sugar, 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 sugar. There's room over here. It seems like the soil is getting worse and worse and worse. I think that's part of the problem. I wonder if there's a way to extensive fertilization, upgrade all. Okay, well that would be good to have, but I don't have access to it yet. At some point, we'll have to switch over to some other factory. You know what? Let's take a look at mining. It's not something we've done yet. Oh, look at all that. I like the gold. There's some more gold over there. There's some gold up there. Again, gold doesn't go for a whole lot, but having this to supplement our income would be nice.
Atomic bombs. Fact or fiction? Tropican scientists say, we don't understand the physics. Palace says, try harder.
Oh yeah, decreases the efficiency by 40%. Yeah, monoculture is default settings. Multiculture, the plantation does not decrease the fertility over time. The plantation gets 10% efficiency for other plantations in the vicinity. So yeah, I'm thinking at some point we'll just have to increase. At some point we'll be able to upgrade these. I liked in modern times that you could get a biofarm, and that thing was awesome. So I'm wondering if there's something like that here in the modern times. I don't mind just continuously raiding for these two things. I mean, that'll work too for a while. Okay, let's see about moving on. Reach state of alliance. Okay, well I'm going to choose the allies because America. So we need to... Where's our treasury? There it is. Or embassy. Alright, so there's the allies. We'll go ahead and... Come on. Let's just go with rum.
Let's face it, it's better to be one of the allies.
Finish sabotage. Axis. Have a commando garrison.
Well, an axe.
Alright, so that means I have to... Okay, so I need to put down the commando garrison, period. This thing's really bulky. I want to put this somewhere up here. Yep, boats, cigars, and rum. Those are my three biggies right now. Gotta keep doing those. fees and... Okay, so the clinic actually charges a fee. Interesting. Rent, country house, bunkhouse, apartment. Miscellaneous. Interest... oh yeah, the bank interest. That's very useful. Having multiple banks, though, will decrease the amount of interest you get. So I'd like to have maybe one or two.
The citizens are demanding elections, Presidente. It seems that they want a choice in how they are ruled. So self...
I got 63%
now,
approval.
A message from El Presidente. Buy war bonds. They help us win the war, and you can win fabulous prizes.
The only downside to having a huge town is that you forget where you put things. There you go, that's another one. Could have sworn I had one more clinic somewhere. Yeah. Alright, so that's built. Now we need to just complete the other half of that. Sabotage the axis. Alright, so let's go back to this. Okay, so we're going to cancel... There we go. Never noticed this before. Decreases visiting time. Okay. Yeah, maybe it's time to start upgrading structures at this point.
I'm sure the good citizens of Tropico intend...
Add 6 job positions? Decreases sugar consumption by 20. That's actually quite good. Considering that our farms are becoming less and less efficient, I think that would be worth it.
The election is a landslide, Presidente. The metaphorical kind, not the kind that accidentally reduces the size of...
Hola. ¿Cómo está?
According to El Presidente, this was the single greatest and most unforgettable political victory in Tropico's history. But we are sure the palace is just being modest.
Alright, so at this point we're just waiting for this sabotage action in my Pirate Cove to finish. I have no idea when that'll be. Looks like 1 got done. 3 more to go. Looks like we might need some power soon. A lot of these building upgrades that I'm getting require power. Okay. Power plants. Coal. Okay. I'd rather do solar or wind, but that's not for a ways off. Star Wars Battlefront 2? That's pretty fun. As far as nostalgia? Oh, I don't know. There's so many games I enjoyed. I mean, like one game I wish I could play again was Star Trek: A Final Unity, which is it was a Star Trek: The Next Generation adventure game. There was space battles, there was away teams. I miss that. It was by, I think, Spectrum Holobyte, of all companies. I also had a fond memory of playing X-Wing versus TIE Fighter on a regular basis. Played a lot of that in college. I wish we could fast forward time faster than 4x. Just saying. Like, I don't mind waiting, but... Yeah. Not really. Yeah, there's nothing I could really do until the next era. I mean, I could build a power plant if I wanted, maybe a radio station, but... Like, there's no... My system isn't broken right now, so I see no reason to fix it. 65% approval, $300,000, I need $2 million to succeed in this scenario. Paying the raiders more? I didn't know you could do that, actually. There's the upgrade, increases efficiency by 15%. I don't know about paying the actual raiders, though. Unless you mean, like, bribe. Alright, 3 down. 1 more to go. Oh, the budget, you're right. Yeah. It increases the job quality and the efficiency. From the looks of it. Well, that was a good point. Yeah, good call. Yeah, it's a difference of 25% efficiency on full. I have a police with no prison, correct. I have no criminals, as far as I know. I just built the police station for the safety score.
The palace issued a new world map today, revealing that the Allies and the Axis both lost ground, while Tropico has annexed Green...
Good job there, Presidente. Thanks awfully. Oh, very good show. Nice islands you have there. I certainly hope, guarantee, that they'll survive the war.
Fulfill trade routes with the Allies. 0 out of 4. Ugh, okay. Well, that shouldn't be too bad. Let's do these again. And as far as trade routes go, I've got 2 already. I could pay for another one, I suppose.
News. The Allies are now our allies too. Together, we will face the enemies. Who are our enemies?
10,000? Really? That's gonna take a while. Alright. So I need to take the easiest, like, meat. Just 2,900, be done with it. Yeah, I'll just do meat. There we go. Easiest contracts possible. That's my goal. Well, again, I'm El Presidente, so if necessary, I could assassinate repeat offenders. Not that I would ever do that. Wink, wink. Alright, that one's done. I could do milk. Something easy. Boats. 200. There we go. I'm producing a lot of those. Yeah, there's 260 right there. Done. The Fidel Castro way. Alright, another one down. 2 more to go. Again, we want the easy ones if possible. Meat seems pretty easy. I know I'm producing meat and milk, so let's go ahead and do that one. Yeah, free housing options. I mean, I guess one way would be to lower the budget, right? I'm not sure. In prior Tropico games, you could set the rent to whatever number you wanted. So this bunkhouse, if I were to do that, wealth required still says poor. Okay, yeah. So I guess there's... Yeah, that one edict, I guess, but other than that... Undercrewed has released in early access. So it came out of early access or entered early access? Oh, okay, cool. I didn't see that. If I can find it, there we go. Broke citizens can afford to live in this building. Yeah. Housing quality is decreased by 8, though. That's the only downside.
It has been confirmed that our beloved military mascot, Capitan Tropico, will be appearing at the Tropico Service Organization Gala. Morale ahoy!
Well, on the plus side, our support is up to 71%, so... And we're also researching a lot of things, so... I mean, there's a lot of downtime, so I kind of feel bad for you guys for watching nothing, but... This is kind of what to expect in a game like this. You just kind of build, wait, see what happens, and then build more. And right now, I'm using this downtime to research, making a ton of money from my bank account. More people are moving in. It's still fun, I think. It's just fun watching things happen. Uh-oh. The monster has arrived. Hey, puppy. What do you want? What are you doing? You gonna say hi to everyone? I'm not gonna scratch your butt right now. What do you want? The peasants are revolting. Was there a fire? I missed it. Looks like everything's alright. What do you want? Yeah, it looks like the fire just keeps resolving itself. I do have a fire station, so it seems to be doing that automatically. If we can clear out some of these messages. Doesn't look like it. Let's do... Canned good cocoa. Did I? No? Meat, and hides. Okay, so we need... I need more farms, basically. Or not farm, yeah, ranches. A lot of that meat is probably being consumed by the population, so that's why nothing is exporting. They also... Interesting. So rum also goes to the grocery. I did not know that. I thought all of that was exported. I mean, it makes sense. I just never knew that.
The citizens are demanding elections, Presidente.
Yeah, she's spoiled, Ishwa. She's totally spoiled. Speaking of spoiled, I have to check on the ferrets in a little bit. You know what? Let's do a loot for meat because we need some for our export there, so I'll loot that. Okay, so I shouldn't really be taking... that's a large order of milk. There's no way I'm going to be able to do all that. Alright, we'll just keep praising the Axis powers until
An official announcement from the palace
we
declares
complete this
that
trade
we are
route.
definitely winning the war. Keep listening to find out which side we are currently on.
Yeah, really. Alright, there's our third one. And we just need one more for the Allies, I think. Thank goodness. Boats! Oh, again, that's easy. Done. I've got a ton of boats here. 195 boats right there. Yeah, this will be quick. Yeah, 248 in storage, so the next shipment will complete that order. And we're approaching 500,000. If I just leave the game running, I'll eventually win at 2 million, but I kind of want to see the modern age, the modern times. I keep meaning to do that. Like, I keep playing this game with the intent on, you know, playing until the modern times, and then, like, after 3 hours, I'm like, okay, I'm tired now, I just want to go to bed. Alright, that's done.
Good Lord, Presidente. You'll never believe...
If it was not treason to do so.
Okay. We'll do energy efficiency and... I guess official separation. Okay, so it is 11 p.m. I'm going to save this and come back to it in a future stream. DGA 9/2019 stream. I gotta check on the ferrets. Oh, come on. I can't use a slash, really. There. Yeah, so I appreciate everyone who's stuck with me. It's been fun. If you guys haven't already, subscribe to me on Twitch and YouTube. That way you can stay up to date with any new content I'm going to publish. This is Vince. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time. Take care. You too.